We have bad news concerning two of 2025's biggest gacha game disappointments, Black Beacon and ReMemento White Shadow. These were both games that I was looking forward to. These were both games a lot of us were looking forward to. One was done by ex-Kudo Games devs, the people that made Punishing Grey Raven and Wuthering Waves. The other was producing an open-world amalgamation of Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. Both looked really good and both ultimately failed. Black Beacon shut down globally after a horrific run, barely receiving any updates. ReMemento White Shadow also announced that they were shutting down a couple months ago. The Chinese version of Black Beacon remained online. They got the most recent update, the most recent character. People thought that it was a little unfair that China was going to retain a version of the game, that they were going to continue to receive updates. And with regards to ReMemento White Shadow, they promised that they were going to continue working on fixing the core fundamental issues that the game had and then re-release it in a better state with a brand new publisher that they just kind of fabricated out of nowhere. These are the two games that we're about to discuss today because there have been major updates for both of them. On the one hand, let's discuss Black Beacon first. To the surprise of no one, Black Beacon China has now also announced end of service. I bet they're probably going to blame me for that one as well. Since the public test on April 28, 2025, we have walked among the pages of the Babel library together with the foresight, a precious time that has been woven from countless explorations, encounters, and stories, and is the most beautiful gift we have received. However, all stories have their own natural chapters. After careful consideration by the project team, we regret to announce that Black Beacon game will be officially discontinued after March 4, 2026. The game did terribly globally, the game did terribly in China, and ultimately the game shut down as a direct consequence of how terribly it did, which is kind of disappointing because this was such a fun game. It wasn't nearly polished enough or popular enough. The marketing wasn't even there, it was pretty much non-existent. The localization team did a pretty poor job. The update cadence was terrible. We know that every inch of light and shadow in the library carries everyone's expectations, love, and countless days and nights of companionship. We'll never forget that every click, every torch, and every enthusiastic feedback of the foresight gives the world its true vitality. Thank you for letting this journey shine. In order to thank everyone for their sincere support after the card pull update on the 5th of March, the foresight can receive a special thank you in the mail. You'll get what seems to be 70 polls, 50 polls, so 120 total polls. I think 70 limited, 50 standard, or the opposite, one of the two. Initial 5-star character self-selection package, so you choose any character you want. May this be with you all the more than ever before the pages of the library. All the new chapters about to end, the library's doors will still be open for everyone. After the stoppage, the game server will continue to be open. The foresight can still log into the game as normal and experience all the content that is already open. Yo, this is actually big! Yo, so China gets to keep their version of the game online even after it shuts down? So you mean to tell me Global was a test environment for China, and then China not only gets the improved version that Global essentially beta tested for them, but China gets to keep a version of the game online that Global didn't? Global's version went completely offline. China, however, gets to keep theirs online forever. They get to relive and re-experience everything from scratch. Holy shit. That's wild. Like, kudos to the Chinese team, but fuck, dude, what was the global team doing? Damn. Okay. The operations for the suspension are as follows. After the content is stopped updating, the server will remain stable and your foresight can still log in to experience the game content at any time. The game will continue to focus search activities on the line. Each period lasts about 30 days. Pay attention to the relevant announcements. Thanks to the gift of gratitude, each period of reenactment retrieval is open. Thanksgiving will be issued through the mail. The search for the time key times 10 and the Saucio Fruit Big times 10. Let us once again thank the foresight for their support and companionship. Thank you for the encouragement every time. Thank you for your sincere voice in the forum. Thank you for making the Black Beacon an indelible, I've never even heard that word before, starlight in our memories of each other. That's wild. God damn. Okay, so they get to keep a version online and Global does. So, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you all here. when China got their version of the game, Global claimed that they were exhibiting Chinese favoritism. What the fuck is this if not Chinese favoritism? Unless I'm misconstruing it here and Global's gonna get a version that they get to keep online as well and play. But I don't think that's the case. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. Now, specifically regarding ReMemento White Shadow, they have announced a brand new game called Fairy Twins. This is a new game that they're working on, not ReMemento White Shadow. Regarding the test implementation of Fairy Twins in the United States and Canada, we apologize for the long silence. This is, by the way, uploaded to the ReMemento Twitter account. This is not via their own Fairy Twins account. We apologize for the long silence. This is the Blackstorm operations team. Currently on the Google Play Store in the United States and Canada regions, we have temporarily released our new title, Fairy Twins, and would like to provide this notice regarding the matter. This version has been made available on a provisional basis for the purpose of system checks and testing in collaboration with our publisher. Even though it is not yet an official release, we're deeply grateful for the many users who have already played it and for the warm support and interest you have shown us. This test is scheduled to conclude at the end of the planned period, after which it will be removed from the Google Play Store. We kindly ask for your understanding in this matter. Blackstorm will continue to do our utmost to deliver a more polished game to all of you. We're still waiting on a more polished version of ReMemento White Shadow, let's be real. We look forward to your continued support. I did a Google search for this. It says here that Fairy Twins was available. It's no longer available. The Blackstorm Play Store page just shows a background of ReMemento White Shadow, but as you can see, ReMemento White Shadow is no longer available on the Play Store, and neither is Fairy Twins. They have absolutely nothing there. Navigating on over to Reddit, they announced a new game using the account of their main game that already EOS. This is the gameplay of it, which kind of looks like, I guess, Stellasora, but if Stellasora were actually an ugly-looking, low-quality, low-budget game. Right after ReMemento went EOS, what the fuck is this shit? Lots of questions. LOL, is this real? Yep. Oh, God, that's not an attractive game at all. God damn. I'm sorry. If you want to play a game like that, a bullet hell game, just play Stellasora. Stellasora is at least a fun game. Damn. What are you guys doing? Auto swap or fun game? It's like Stellasora, but more 2D and more boring. All right. So on the one hand, Black Beacon, once again, in their closing statement, the last thing that they did was show Chinese favoritism. Cool. Great to hear it. ReMemento White Shadow, instead of working on their game that, you know, everyone has played, everyone's looking forward to having that altered, improved upon version, decided, you know what, fuck it, nah, let's just make a new game and see if we can milk more players. Like, make a new game, sure, but you had to fire, like, what was it, half, 2/3 of your entire development team working on ReMemento White Shadow because of how much of a catastrophic failure it was? Now you're working on this game with a skeleton crew, and it shows. Come on, dude. Get your shit together and make an actual decent quality game. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.